City. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to think that I would be coming here directly south from where I left you last in upstate New York. It's actually only been a couple of hours since I last spoke to the camera. So this is all one trip if you're interested in the timing of things. This was always my plan. As soon as I booked that Airbnb a year and a half ago, I was like, oh, I will make a weekend of it. And I will do the 2 nights at the Airbnb, and then it's only a 2-hour drive to the city. So I'll do a festive holiday weekend in New York City. And here I am doing that. So what am I getting up to? So I'll tell you what I've got planned and what I don't yet have planned, but we'll see. What is planned is I'm seeing Into the Woods tonight, which I'm so excited about. Tomorrow I am waitlisted in 2 very early classes at Peloton Studios. I've been wanting to come to Peloton Studios since they opened back up in the summer. And I did the whole song and dance where I got online 6 weeks in advance, and I still just got waitlisted, and I could only get waitlisted for one. I'm hoping one of those works out, but from what I understand from other people's testimonials about their experience is that I'm waitlisted early enough that I am getting let into Peloton Studios early enough that it's very possible I could do a walk-on to one of the classes available tomorrow, even not the ones that I'm particularly listed for, because people don't show, people cancel last minute, etc. So I'm hoping something works out. At the very least, at least I will get to go to Peloton Studios and say I tried. But so we'll see how that pans out. And then I have a Funny Girl booked for tomorrow night. And I'm probably going to get a ticket for the Rockettes tomorrow afternoon, if I can swing it. I think I have enough time to do the Rockettes performance at 4 and make it to Funny Girl at 8 and still get a bite to eat in between. I haven't planned any meals. I don't focus on food as much as I did in my previous lifetime. I don't mean to say it that way. I don't focus on dining out as much. You may or may not have noticed when I travel, I tend to just cook for myself. I very rarely eat out when on the road. I prefer to just eat simply. And I know that dining out is a big part of traveling for lots of people, and awesome, and I was there and I did that for many years. It's just not where I'd rather put that money towards the shows than the fancy dining. That being said, I might take myself out. I just noticed there's a Ruth's Chris just down the street here, and if they have an opening for a solo diner, I might take myself for a steak if I have time. The performance night is at 7. It's going on 2. I have to get a long run in. Longish. I might just do an hour. I don't know. But I'm going to hoof it all the way up to Central Park, run around a bit, and then hoof it back and hope I stay warm enough in my running kit, which is not this. I'm getting ahead of myself. Where am I staying? I am staying at the Michelangelo Hotel right here just right next to Rockefeller Center. This is I don't know how old it is. I say very, like I know. It's an older hotel. It's definitely got that kind of older feel to it. And I don't mean in like it's falling apart. I mean the decor is very like this kind of decor. The decor reminds me a lot of like my grandparents who lived in Manhattan, their lives, and it's kind of got that feel to it. So it's kind of sentimental to me. Honestly, this is a very expensive hotel to stay at this time of year. I think typically this room is around $1,000 a night. I got a Black Friday, was it Black Friday or Cyber, whatever. I got some sort of Cyber Monday, Black Friday deal. And I booked this real last minute, where I'm paying like $650 a night, which is still a lot, but that's how much I have found when I stayed here in May and looking around here now. The going rate of hotels around here is like minimum that if you want to stay right here, which is where I do want to stay. So it is what it is. I just thought I'd tell you the prices to be transparent. It is not inexpensive, but I am glad to have saved as much as I did on this room. It's lovely though, and I will enjoy it. I did film a whole room tour, so I will take you through it right now. I am in room 504 at the Michelangelo. Michelangelo. I really don't know which way it is, but here we are. I have a Studio King. It's lovely, very cozy. Definitely like an older feel to it, but plenty of room and will definitely suit my needs. Lovely, nice big bed, mini bar kind of situation, I'm guessing. TV I won't turn on. Couch, desk, all lovely. I'm on the 5th floor, so I'm pretty close to street level here. The windows are a little dirty. But that's 50th Street down there. We're in Times Square, very close to Rockefeller Center. And I'll just show you the bathroom over here. Bathroom is lovely. Nice marble bathroom. Hello. Perfectly wonderful. This is the part that makes me call it lovely, as I will be taking full advantage of that bath, especially as I am training for Dopey and doing running, and I'm probably gonna go up to Central Park now and run. I just opened the closet to hang up my coat, and look, not only are there bathrobes, there's slippers. Yay! For New York standards, this is a huge room for the price that I'm paying. It makes sense at the $1,000 mark. Space is a premium in the city, and that's definitely reflected. And it is, like I said, a very nice hotel. I'll show you around the lobby maybe later or tomorrow. It's decorated for Christmas. It's lovely. And I'm very happy to have the bath and grateful for that. And the location, I'm like a block from each of the theaters. And that's what I wanted to prioritize. I just didn't want to have to go very far at night. I never feel unsafe in New York, honestly. I've spent much of my life spending time several times a year in the city. It's just more like I'm tired and I don't want to walk too far or have to, I don't like to get a cab unless I can avoid it. I'd just rather walk. So that's that. And what else can I tell you? Let's see. Oh yes, things I have not necessarily like scheduled in but hope to do. Time permitting, I really only have tomorrow, depending on, I don't know how long I'll be at Peloton Studios, but that's my priority in the morning. If I have any time in the afternoon, I would like to go to Rockefeller Center to see the tree and like kind of do the touristy bits there. And I'm going to go up to Central Park right now, like I said, but I'm just going to run it, so I'll kind of tick that off in that area. There's a lot of very festive things you can do in New York, and I'm not doing pretty much any of them. But this is my desire for this trip. This is what I wanted to do. The timing just worked out that I'm here, so I'm taking full advantage of it. To me, coming to New York, the strong emphasis is on theater. So I'm seeing the 2 Broadway shows I really wanted to see that are available right now, and maybe throw on the Rockettes. That's very festive. And you know, get a couple solid runs in, maybe get into Peloton Studios, and I am a happy camper. So like I said, I'm gonna put on my running kit and get going. Let's go have a fun, festive time in New York City. Come along. Happy holidays. My grandparents' old apartment. I always have to come see it. I miss them so much. That's where I used to come several times a year for my entire childhood. Oh, Central Park, it's just up there. I just had to come see it. Oh, it still looks beautiful. I made it to the park, passing by the carriage horses. If you are a Peloton fan, I don't know if you follow any of the people on Peloton, Maddie Majacaro is very, very passionate about the carriage horse situation and how mistreated they are, and strongly urges people to not ride them because they're just so mistreated. So if you're interested and want to do your own research on that, I strongly recommend looking into it. It's really horrific though, so you better have a pretty strong stomach for that. Anyway, something I will never ever do again, haven't in many years, but used to think it was like a quaint romantic thing to do, and not if they mistreat animals, you know. It's just, there's nothing cute or quaint about that. Anyway, Here now. It's not, on the weekends they close the roads, so you can like run the roads, but it's Friday, so I'm just gonna run the paths up as far as I can and then turn around. But I remember coming here to play as a little kid. I'm gonna turn you around and see they've added some different parks and things over the years. But these rock formations, like, they can't take away those rocks. So it's very sentimental. Okay, I'll turn you around. I don't want to film up close, like, people's kids or anything, but these parks, like this park right at the big front of Central Park here, this playground, definitely frequented a lot as a child. Used to love the carousel and everything. But if you've never seen Central Park, it's beautiful. Nestled right in the city. Just a real nice place to find some green, to find some nature. Really, just a beautiful place to get some exercise too. Anyway, I'm gonna run. Turned all the lights on. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. That's okay. It's still dark. I just got back. It's about 4:30. Whew, it got cold after it got dark. Wow. That was really, really fun and also really challenging at the same time. I'm at the, what's supposed to be the peak of my training, but I peaked 2 weeks ago because I had to start my taper a little bit early. My feet, man, my feet. If you've been following along with my sorry foot tail for the last couple of years. I mean, I've always had trouble with my feet, but the last couple of years have been particularly difficult with a severe injury and just lots of structural issues, and I have to keep on top of them. Anyway, long story short, all of this training for dopey is just I can do it, but my feet are no. At this point. So I've just had to recalibrate, and that's fine. That's really just fine. So I was kind of hoping to be out there for 2 hours. I did 1 hour and 23 minutes, and it's fine. Because if I was out for another 35 minutes running, first of all, I would not have been very happy, and I wouldn't have time to do the things I'm going to do now. So I'll just show you what were my stats. Well, here you can see the map. This is kind of cool. I like that. I use Runkeeper to track my runs. You can see I did the entire perimeter of Central Park with the exception of the beginning where I got turned around and I ended up doing a loop. Then I was like, oh, okay, we do the perimeter. So that was fun. And it was, what did I end up? So I stopped running here and I walked the rest of the way back to the hotel. So I only tracked the run when I was, in the run. So I did 1 hour, 23 minutes, 6.61 miles, and I had a slower pace, but whatever, who the heck cares? I had to take it really slow. Central Park, there's a lot of uneven terrain. There was a lot of crossing over curbs and things. They're doing a lot of construction. I didn't remember that you could run the roads. It's been a long time since I've run in the city, so maybe that's new in the last decade, I guess. Or 2 decades. Oh wait, wow. Yeah. Anyway, it was fun to be there and to do that. I just my feet are no. So I made an executive decision to skip trying to take myself out to dinner. Show's at 7. It's right around the corner, so I don't have to leave a bunch of time in advance to get there. I want to get there about 6:30ish. So that gives me just shy of 2 hours. So what I did on the way home is I stopped and I got myself some Shake Shack, because, as one does. And I got fries. Ooh. And I got a chicken, well, you can't see it, a chicken sandwich. And please, Shake Shack, I know nobody from Shake Shack is watching this, but this is just my plea to the universe. Please make a dairy-free shake. Oh, I miss their shakes. I do. There's not, I can't. Like that, whew, I would be in the hurt locker if I did one of those. I still have yet to try lactate. People keep suggesting that to me. Anyway, now the plan is to eat that and soak in the tub for a solid hour, mainly for my poor feet. Get a good stretch in now, and then get all cleaned up and go out to the show. I have a very early morning tomorrow. The show is like 3 hours long. So today is about just like, I wanted to get that run in. I wanted to see Central Park. I wanted to get settled in here. I'm going to just relax now so I can go to bed after the show. Get up bright and early for Peloton Studios. Hope that works out. But again, like I said, if it doesn't, it's fine. You know, it's not going to make or break my New York weekend here. But you know what will make it? Shake Shack and a long soak in the bath. So that's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm wearing. Green sweater, black pants, ye old pirate boots, faithful as ever, earmuffs, scarf. Festive, right? Nice flush from a very long, warm bath. Who needs makeup when you have hot water? All right, let's go. Time's here. It's hectic and crazy lights and stuff. Really nice seat. It's the St. James Theater. It's really beautiful. Got Art Deco. Got a fancy cup. And we're ready to see the show. This is a Christmas pop-up bar. Look at the lights inside. Frosty's Christmas bar. Here's the view out of my extremely dirty window. We're just gonna close that. This was fan-freaking-tastic. Ooh, I had the best seat. It was perfect. The show was incredible. I'm very familiar with this show. I grew up with the music. I was in a production of it when I was in 8th grade. I played Rapunzel. This was when I was, 14? I was a soprano until I turned 16, and then I became an alto. So there's that. But anyway, if you know the shows, Rapunzel sings this like aria all the time, like just up in the higher registers. Oh my god, they were so good. They were so good. It was the same music. It was the same book. I knew it had been like reconfigured. It was really just like this. They modernized the set. Very clever what they did with some of the puppetry in the show, with the animals. Really loved the puppeteer, the main puppeteer who did the Milky the Cow. He was fantastic. But oh my gosh, the talent, the talent. This is why I come to New York. I come to New York for several reasons. 1, to see shows. 2, for the sentimental factor. Because as complicated of a history as I have, just personally with this place, I also have a very beautiful family roots here. And like I said, I spent my childhood visiting New York at least twice a year to see my grandparents who lived across the street from Carnegie Hall. I showed you their apartment earlier, their apartment building they lived in for, gosh, I don't know, mom will correct me. I feel like it was 50 years, if not more, that they lived in that apartment. And they lived there until their deaths. And they lived a long, long time. Well into their 90s. So, blessed to have known them. They had such love for this city. They were show people. They didn't perform, but my grandfather produced. And my grandma was a radio personality for a long time, and she also, I think she produced with him. I don't know, I'm gonna get an earful from my mom now. I'm probably saying things wrong. But anyway, the heart of it is that it's part of my lineage. It's part of my family. And so I come back, even though I don't love this city. As a highly sensitive introvert, New York City is very stimulating. But there's just so much history for me here. And my love of theater also kind of brings me back. So can't believe twice in 1 year. That's I haven't done that in a long time. I came in May and I came back here in December. I know I'll be back next year. I don't know if I'll be back twice next year, but I come whenever the theater calls me. And when I saw that Leah Michelle was doing Funny Girl, I knew I had to come. And I just lucked out that Into the Woods extended their run, because when I was planning all of this, however long ago that was, I didn't know that the show would still be here. It was supposed to just run in the summer. So grateful I got to see it. Would have loved to see Sarah Bareilles in it. She was the one who played over the summer the baker's wife. But this cast was phenomenal. I don't know when they close. I don't think they're open terribly longer. If it's still open and you have an opportunity, I say it's well worth it. Theater can be very expensive. Sometimes you can get fairly good deals day of if you're willing to take that gamble. But just wonderful. Just wonderful. And I am very tired. So I'm going to go to bed, get up bright and early, see what happens with Peloton. I'll bring it with me. I'm not, I have zero expectations for this. I'm just going to go. If I don't get into a class by 10, I'm just going to leave because I don't want to spend all day sitting around there. I want to have some time to play and explore the city, and it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. It was originally supposed to rain, and now it's not supposed to. So I'm not going to sit around waiting for something if it's not raining. So I might go in search of, I've been hearing about these, is it Levain bakery cookies? I've been hearing about these cookies, so I might have to go find a Levain. I feel like I'm going to be huffing it around the city tomorrow, and that sounds just about right. No real plans, just hoofing it around. Might get a ticket to see the Rockettes, and we'll go from there. All right, good night. See you bright and early for Peloton. We'll see if it happens. Okay. Sunrise. Good morning. We're almost there. Oh, way early. Oops. Thought it would take me half an hour to get here, but it didn't. I apologize. Oh well. Right how uncrowded it is on a Saturday morning at 6:30. It's too windy to talk, but almost there, and we'll see what happens. These buildings, I think that's where I'm going. I'm not actually sure. But pretty in the rising sun. Well, I didn't get into either of the classes I was waitlisted for, and nothing else is opened up. And you know what? It's okay. I really didn't expect to get in. Once I knew that I was waitlisted 6 weeks ago, I thought there was a chance for the yoga class, but I think there's only 8 or 10 spots, so I knew it was slim pickings. And then the Maddie class just opened up yesterday, and I knew that would be hard too. But I'm still grateful that I got to go see it. I'll try again next time I come back to New York, whenever that will be. But it's okay. It's not going to make or break my trip. I did see Maddie walk in, so that was fun to see him. And just see the space. The space is really cool. The people are really nice. Right across the street, so I should probably put the phone down. But oh well, can't win them all. But it was fun to hang out a little bit there. I'm gonna go get a bagel now because I'm hungry, and we'll see where we go from there. Tofu cream cheese bagel. Yay! Look how fluffy this bagel is. This is my thought. I'm gonna walk down to NoHo, just because why not? I made plans for the rest of the day. I got tickets to the Rockettes at 4. I have a dinner reservation at 6. And I already have tickets to Funny Girl at 8. So my evening is well set. And it's, the only thing I'm missing are gloves, which is sad. But luckily I have pockets. Anyway, I'm gonna walk down It's about a 45-minute walk down, all the way down. I want to check out this Levain bakery situation. And just, I don't know, have a nice walk. It's one of my, I know it like doesn't seem, maybe it seems like anticlimactic, but I just like walking the city. I did this back in May, if you watched my video. It was driving rain. I still enjoyed it. Alright, we're getting closer. I'm on Bakery Street. It's quieter, the streets get smaller. It's a lot like this. Never been down this way. There was a street market down the way a little bit. It's really still kind of early for New York. Saturday morning too. Look at the Stony Clover shop. Look how cute it is. Look at the little words project next door. It's so cute. And there's like, you know, fancy stuff on the other side. Okay, I got an oat milk chai from this. It's actually called something, but I can't remember what it was. Hungry Ghost Coffee. Alright, I found it. I'm not hungry at all, but here we go. This is the massive cookie. It's a little warm, so I kind of want to eat it with a little bit of this store's come up. Try not to. Back in my old stomping grounds. Not NYU athletics, but just NYU. If you're not familiar, I spent my freshman year, did my freshman year at NYU. It was a lot. I'll just leave it there. Anyway, I'm gonna walk past my old dorm on 5th Avenue and 10th. And just for fun, I guess. This is my freshman year dorm, Reuben Hall. 20 some odd years ago, 21 years ago. Holy moly. So, yeah, this is it. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, just oof. Oh my gosh, found a Harry Potter store. Is this really a thing? What? An actual Harry Potter store. I am a Gryffindor, so seems important to impart that information. It's really sweet. And yeah, as long as I try not to film many people, but it's hard. It's really crowded. We have a Dumbledore Griffin? Is it a Griffin? I can't remember exactly what creature it is. This is nuts. There's another level? Like an actual music box Nova with the Harry Potter song. Really cool. That's just a candle. I guess that's what that. These are all candles, like very fancy candles. So cool. Actually have an outfit on that I think is rather festive, so I'm going to show you. Nothing's new, but sweater was from Vineyard Vines. Is that the name of that place? A couple years ago on clearance. Comes with a built-in cuff sleeves, which is fun. I have my little Hidden Mickey Bobble Bar earrings on. I don't know if it's gonna. There we are. Aren't they cute? And then the same bottoms. Priority bottoms, but that's okay. So I walked around for several hours. I actually clocked over 8 miles. And at that point I was like, I think I'll go take a little break. So I came back and I put my feet up, had another nice bath, did some yoga, did some work. Now I'm heading to the Rockefeller Center to Radio City Music Hall to go see the Rockets and see where else the evening takes me. I might end up canceling my dinner reservation. I'm just not feeling it. I'll talk a little bit more later. I'm not like feeling 100% today. But I'm trying to make the most of it and really lean into the merry. So what could be more festive than the Christmas spectacular with the Rockettes? Nothing. I said I would show the lobby and I don't think I did. This is the lobby. You can see it's all decked out. Got a beautiful Christmas tree in poinsettias. It's really lovely. I just noticed the other little tree up there. Fun. Look at this fanciness. Anyway, it's a lovely lobby. Very classic. Really beautiful. Just down the street, right here. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. See how beautiful this is? I've done this once before. It's been many years though. It's really exciting. I'm sitting upstairs in the mezzanine, so we'll go up there. I've got some time, so I'm gonna look around. So cool. It's just singers. Show merchandise always just lacking a little bit. It's just not exactly what you think it could be. I don't know. I'm not in charge of those sorts of things. Anyway, I'm not hungry enough to like get anything, so I think I might just head up. So there's no program, but we get these. And there. Oh, it looks like a choir is gonna sing. How lovely. Oh my gosh, that was so good. It's just so classic. They don't make shows like that anymore. It's such a throwback. I think they changed it a bit every year, to be honest. It feels a little different. It's been many years since I saw it, but so cool. They had some really cool interactive elements too with, they were like, I don't know if they were drones or what they were, like in the theater. It was so awesome and so festive, and I cannot wait to bring my kids to this. It's definitely something in my horizon. Anyway, I'm heading towards Rockefeller Center now to go take a look at the Christmas tree. There's a lot of people Saturday night in December. But deciding if I want to go to my dinner reservation or not. I think I need to eat, but I've just been feeling a little off today. That put me in such good spirits. It was just so wonderful. Anyway, I'm gonna flip you around to see the scene because there's a lot going on. The whole road is closed. Oh my goodness. Try not to die. Oh, I think we're almost at the tree. It's suddenly. There it is. Oh my gosh.
Is this it? We're gonna see it now?
Look how it's beautiful. Oh my gosh! Wow, look at that! It looks amazing! Oh my gosh! I love it! It's beautiful! Here she is! The star. I don't think I can get a really good view of that, but it's really pretty. Oh, look at this! The video's not going to do it justice, but it's fantastic! Got a bit closer. I remember there being ice skating. Am I remembering something from like a really long time ago? So pretty. This is a wild. It's like bumper cars with people. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be at that. It was like all huddled together, but I got really close and only got mildly claustrophobic. So that's a win. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go to my reservation. Just to like sit someplace warm and have a nice meal. So I made the reservation at Ruth's Chris, which is a restaurant we have in Chicago. It's a chain, but it's just very close to here. It's actually right next to the hotel I'm staying at, and very close to the theater. And just easy. It was available. I didn't plan anything in advance, but oh my gosh, I'm still just like beaming from that show. I got kind of teary-eyed. It just has that very nostalgic feeling to it. It's not like I grew up going to that show either. I can't remember going as a kid. We must have gone at least once, but I definitely went right before I had kids, I feel like. Anyway, I'll flip you around so you can see Radio City, and then we'll go have some dinner. There she is. City at night. Beautiful. Here we are. So I'm going. This is the August Wilson Theater. Pretty much Leah Michelle could sneeze on me. Beautiful. There it is. Just beautiful.
Be a nice easy path.
This was fan-friggin-tastic. Made the trip. The trip was already awesome, but this made it. Oh my gosh. I like Leah Michelle's voice, and I liked Glee back in the day and all those things. So I know who she is, and I think she's fantastic and incredibly talented. This role is perfect for her. I mean, and I thought when I saw Hugh Jackman in The Music Man that was the most like fanning in a theater context that I'd ever seen from the crowd. You know, their adoration for Hugh Jackman. No disrespect to Hugh Jackman, because I think he's just as fantastic. But the crowd went so wild for Leah Michelle. It was like they shook the walls of the theater. It was madness in the most delightful way. I love seeing somebody have such an impact on other people, you know, with their gifts and their craft and their talents. And it's just, it was so good. It was so good. I don't know how much longer this is running, or running with her, or just running in general. It's a great show. She's fan-freaking-tastic. The whole cast was amazing. And I really liked the set and how they staged it. And the dancing, oh my gosh. The dancing, the tap dancing. It was fantastic. So I didn't film a lot because my phone died. But basically, where did I leave you? Oh my gosh. Rockefeller Center I was like this between people. And I do get claustrophobic in those sorts of situations, as I think many people do. It was worth it because the tree was so beautiful. I don't know if you could hear any of what I was saying in that video footage. I might have to scrub the sound, but I was remarking when I was there, like, didn't they used to have an ice skating rink under the tree? Am I making this up? Is this just a memory from Home Alone or something that I've inserted into, like, real memories when it's not really an actual memory? Help me out. Did there used to be ice skating there? Or never? Just in the movies? Or not even in the movies? I might be completely making this memory up. Anyway, regardless, the tree was beautiful. It's just very special. Part of the New York experience. I had a little time. Oh, I went to dinner. I think I showed you a tiny bit of my dinner because my phone was dying, and I wanted to get some clips because I had some time between dinner and the theater, and I wanted to walk because I knew it was a long show. So these are like almost 3-hour-long shows last night and tonight. The Rockettes is only an hour and a half, which is perfect, but I love that show so much. Today was such a good day. I walked up 7th to 57th Street, and then I walked down 57th to 5th, and I walked down, and then I walked down 5th to come back to 50. I think the theater's on 52nd. I did kind of a loop because when I mentioned my grandparents lived on 57th and 7th, and I used to walk down 57th Street to 5th Avenue like all the time, especially when I was like a little older. My family was like, let me wander by myself a little bit, just during the day in the area. And I used to love walking down to 5th Avenue and looking at the windows. It's all like the schmancy stores, like, Tiffany, Cartier, like all the schmancy stuff. But I just walked that loop for just old time's sake. And it was very crowded, but beautiful. I think I got a couple snapshots, and then my phone was about to go, and I did want to get one last clip of the theater and my program before I lost all battery. So my brother would be horrified that I got back to the hotel room and I was down to 1% battery. It's like his biggest pet peeve is not charging your phone properly. So I made it, just barely. Anyway, so I mentioned earlier that I wasn't feeling great. I want to share a little bit about this because I think it's really important, at least it is to me, to show there are more sides to just the highlight reel. And the thing is that whenever I open myself up vulnerably in any tiny way, it comes to haunt me. Let's just say some people are respectful with that sharing and some people are not. But I still feel it's important to share. It's totally possible to have a magical, fantastical, amazing weekend in New York doing things you're very excited about, staying at a hotel that's beautiful, going to Peloton Studios. I know I didn't get to do a class, but honestly, that's fine. Like, I was just happy to go and be in the building and experience it a little bit. I would eventually like to take a class, but that was not the part. Like, that was not the point of this trip. All the shows I saw, running in Central Park, seeing my grandparents' apartment, walking the city, and kind of getting that sentimental experience for me was really, really important and was really beautiful. But at the same time, this is a hard time of year for me. It is, and it continues to be, for many reasons. And I don't want to get into too many of them because, again, there's just only so much that I really can feel safe about sharing publicly. But it's difficult. It's difficult navigating I feel like I'm still shifting, and yes, I've shifted a lot. My world looks a lot different. It's always hard not to have my kids all the time. Part of the reason I travel is because A, I really enjoy it, but B, it does provide a distraction when I am not with my kids. And so it's hard year round, but things that are hard anytime, at least in my experience, feel extra tender at the holidays. And that's definitely been my experience these past 3 years, and it continues to be. And I am just doing my best to keep morale up and keep myself going, and so grateful. I have so much fun coming up with the kids over their holiday break and for the time that we have together, and I'm really excited. We have a lot of fun things coming up, actually. There's a lot to look forward to in the next 6 weeks in particular. Gosh, in the next 4 weeks in particular. It's still hard, and this is something that I say a lot, and it's something that I've been really unpacking myself these past few years, is that it's never just one thing. It's the both and, or the and both, or whatever, however you want to say it. You can be having a fantastic time and still be sad, but still be grateful for the fantastic time. It's just, you can have it all happening at once. And in my experience, especially as I get older and look back on my life, it's always like that, just in various levels, right? Depending on circumstances, and those sorts of things ebb and flow too. I wanted to keep it real here that I said I wasn't feeling well. I've just been managing a lot of emotions around the holidays, but I'm still having a great time. It's just, there's also that. So it's not like you see a travel video, and not that my travel videos ever are picture perfect, but it can seem like somebody else has got everything. They've got it all, everything's lined up. What you're looking at, if it's not a total work of fiction, and if you're following a YouTuber, a vlogger like me, you're seeing parts of my life that I'm opening up to you. I'm human, and the human experience is universal in that it is varied and complicated, and it's everything all at once. So I just wanted to put that out there. I just feel like it's an important thing that I like to share, despite whatever consequences. I don't want to give you the impression that I'm not okay. I am completely okay. You can also be completely okay and still be sad and missing your kids and having a grand time, but thinking about them a lot and feeling in your heart that you miss them. You can have it. It all happens all at once, all the time. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this here. It was a whirlwind. It was a whirlwind indeed, and I am so grateful for this opportunity to come and have this, my version of a holiday weekend in New York, there is a lot you can do that's very holiday themed. Somebody's getting ice out the doors. If you hear that, that's what that is. The ice machine is like right there. There's a lot you can do in New York. There's so many fun holiday themed things as well. When I come to the city, like I said, I prioritize theater and walking because those are the things that hold real sentimental value for me. And things that I just enjoy generally, but also especially in this place with my particular lineage. Yeah, there's a lot there. Okay, I hope you enjoyed coming along. I'm wishing you all a very beautiful holiday season filled with moments. You know, there's gonna be tough ones and there's hopefully gonna be some beautiful ones too. And I'm wishing you peace and comfort and joy where you can find it. And sending you all the best from my heart to yours. Take very good care. Bye.